What is up, my fellow munchies? It's your boy Mo here, and today we're gonna make Quang Tran's sushi recipe. It's time to test it out. Y'all all voted for it. Y'all wanna see it? We about to make it. Let's see if y'all should be making it at home, shall we? Alright guys, just FYI, we're going to be doing a lot of the sushi prep first. I can't really put it into the ingredients video, so just, we'll pretend that it's there. Just because this needs to be cold, and I'm trying to just get this out of the way right now. Sushi chefs out there, please forgive me. I know I don't have the proper techniques, just like Juan. I know y'all going to be out here roasting me, but it's fine. I'm just trying to make this for the regular Joe Blow at home. So, let's see. Let's start off by getting our spicy salmon on. Remember guys, take 2 cups of salmon, chop it up like I'm doing here. I know I'm a little slow, but they had a little bit of them tender fatty pieces that I really wanted to get in there. And when I tell y'all this thing is gonna cover your hands and it's gonna become slick, boy, they might as well call your hands Slick Rick. I'm not even gonna fib. All right, like I said, get your 2 cups of salmon, chop it up, throw it in a bowl, 2 tablespoons of mayo, 2 tablespoons of sriracha, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. Don't sleep on this. And embrace your inner savage and mix that stuff with your hands. Don't be scared. Once you're done mixing, throw your saran wrap, throw it in the fridge, let it rest. Go continue on with the rest of your stuff. Oh, I forgot.
One more thing.
Just remember, whatever salmon you have left, just cut it up into slices like I'm doing here, because you can either use it for sashimi or nigiri. I'm going to use it for nigiri for this dish, just because we try and be a little fancy and I want all this rice to go to waste. Alright guys, next up on our list is that sushi rice. Y'all know how it be. I definitely recommend doing the sushi rice second because you do want to let this sit and cool off after you finish with everything. Alright guys, you got your sushi rice out. Make sure to wash this until the water becomes mostly clear. So you're probably going to wash it about 2 to 3 times. Alright guys, just ignore my little gardening project experiment on the side. I heard eggs are just good for soil, so we're about to find out if that's true. But back to what we're doing. After you get it washed, you're gonna do the Asian mom method. So take your finger, put it at the top of the rice, start filling it until it gets to that first bend in your finger. That's gonna be the perfect amount of water that you need. Alright guys, if you got a rice cooker, this is the part where you put it in a rice cooker, set it and forget it. If you don't, like I did, you're gonna take your pot, throw it on the stove, you're gonna turn it to medium low heat, and then you're gonna let it sit until it's fully cooked. Alright, for everyone out there waiting for the rice to cook, here's a little version of Mirin for my Muslim friends out there. So remember, I'm not about the alcohol life, and alcohol life ain't about me. We're gonna get a Muslim friendly Mirin. All you're gonna do is take 1 cup of white grape juice and 1 tablespoon of lemon. Mix, and there you go. That's your substitute right there. I know by this point y'all like, come on Mo, the rice hasn't even finished cooking yet. But don't worry, I got another task for y'all. We're gonna make some eel sauce on the side. I know Quan didn't make it, but you know what? Shop for Snacks wanted some, so guess what? We about to make some eel sauce. Well, this is awkward. Apparently, I forgot that we didn't film how to do the eel sauce. So I'm gonna leave a link down in the comments below if y'all want to get a recipe for the eel sauce. But I will say this recipe actually came out really good. All right, at this point, your sushi rice should be either almost done or done. If it's done, all you're gonna do is whip out these couple ingredients and throw it in there. 1/2 teaspoon of sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, or you could put a gajillion pounds of salt like I just did and then go regret your life choices. 1/2 tablespoon of rice vinegar, and 1 tablespoon of your Mirin mixture. Make sure to mix it up well. After that, you wanna fan it out in either a really big old bowl or a really wide pan so you can get it all spaced nice and evenly to make it cool quicker. All right, while you're waiting for your rice to cool off, time to get all your ingredients together. So let's get our vegetables out. First, just make sure that you skin the cucumber, cut it in half so it's a manageable size. Take your core out the cucumber, and then just start slicing in really thin slices. Now, as you can see here, I had a lot of trouble trying to core this out, so I had to enlist in Shop for Snacks' help. Thanks, babe. As y'all can see, she is a pro at coring these cucumbers up. I mean, you can obviously tell she's been having practice. This is just not fair. You know what? I'm gonna just start practicing. Don't you worry. Don't mind if I do. Let me go get some of these. All right, after you finish coring them, this is what they're supposed to look like. You can use them as binoculars if you need to. Just start eyeing up the other vegetables. You know how it is. But All y'all gotta do, remember, cut it and cut it into thin slices. We moving on. Next up, your mango. You're gonna do the same thing. Just make sure that you slice it in really thin slices. You're gonna have to have a sharp knife for this. Either that or you're gonna be messing up because all you're gonna be getting is that juice. Let's get that Avocado. You already know how to cut it. Cut it down the middle, take the seed out, slice, put it on the side. Alright guys, last but not least, remember, just get your asparagus, boil it, blanch it, and cut off that end that's really hard to eat, and all you got left to do is just set it to the side. Just make sure that it's as long as a sushi roll. And now the best part, assembly time. Make sure to have a little bowl of water over here so you can grab the rice and it doesn't stick to you, because it is sticky. Make sure when you're putting the rice down, first, have it in the bowl, and then you're gonna get some water, a little more water, and you're gonna keep pressing the rice until you cover the entire seaweed square. Here, just watch the process. Sit back and relax. Do your obligatory sesame seed bay all on that rice. Now all you gotta do is just flip it, but remember, the seaweed does smell your fear, like it did mine. So I flipped it over. Obviously there's that fail real quick. We gotta readjust it though. But I will say, as weak and as floppy as it seems, it's definitely able to take some abuse. I promise you. Now take your spicy salmon, and you don't want to put it all the way at the edge, but you do want to give it a little space. So when you roll the sushi, it actually tries to look like a sushi roll instead of a burrito. Now the good thing about making sushi is you could build it to however you want. I like to put cucumbers, Avocado, asparagus, mango. I like everything in my sushi. It don't matter, as long as it's not cream cheese, because cream cheese should not be in sushi. I just feel like it takes over the flavor. Are y'all team cream cheese or not? Let me know. Now after you finish your build the sushi workshop, it's time to roll it. Now I'm not gonna lie, this was hard as heck, but always remember, you're gonna roll it slowly over, and as you're bringing it in, you take your index fingers and you kind of tuck it, like you see how I'm doing right there, and you just keep tucking it. Once you feel like you got a secure grip, lift it and roll it again. And once you have that complete circle, you're gonna do the same motion. You're gonna take your fingers and you're gonna tuck it in again. Like I said, to all my sushi chefs out there, I'm sorry, I don't know how to do this. I know this is probably not the proper technique. All right, now that you got everything in, you just want to tuck the sides in and you're gonna roll it onto your board. All right, just because I'm trying to make it a little bougie, I'm throwing my slices of mango at the top. Now that you got your bougie topping of choice at the top, it's time to secure it with the roller. See how I'm doing? It's kind of like you tucking it in all over again, just to make sure. Lift it up, check for any fails. Yes, there's a couple fails. Don't worry about it, it's okay. All right, for this next part, you're gonna need a damp rag, which I put over to the side, and you're gonna need a little bowl of water so you can make sure that the blade of your knife is always wet after each cut. Take your sushi, and I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the most difficult things I ever had to do. Here's the first half. You just kind of have to struggle with it and cut through until it goes through. Do not apply pressure. If you do, it's gonna smush the sushi. Alright guys, you're just going to keep having this until you get 8 pieces. No big deal. Just in case any of your bougie toppings fall off, don't worry, we're about to fix that. Just use the same technique we've been using for the whole time. Put the roller over, tuck your fingers, and make it nice. And all you gotta do is just take a piece out and admire the beauty. But remember, we got other sushi to make. Shuffle Snatch decided to take a whack at it, so here it is. I'm gonna give you about 10 seconds of it, just because I like to troll her. Now that we got 2 rolls done, it's time for the nigiri. All you gotta do is just take some water, put it in your hand between each one. You're gonna make like a mini ball of rice, and you're gonna throw the salmon right on top, and then all you gotta do is plate it. Now I do wish that we had the counter space to kind of film us doing all of this and plating it at the same time, but there you go. Sushi, nigiri, and some dipping sauces. And there you have it, my fellow munchies. As much work as I put in, we had a little fails along the way, but we made it through. And that's sushi. We did nigiri, we did a couple of other variations of the salmon sushi, and unfortunately happened to forget some shrimp at the store, so we just had to make do with salmon, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really mad about it. Sushi takes a lot of steps, very meticulous. Quang, you out here in these streets making good recipes, you have my seal of approval. And that's it for time. I appreciate y'all watching. If you enjoyed this video, y'all know what to do already. Like, smash that subscribe, tap that bell, notification gang, y'all know how it is. And as always, until next time, and y'all know I gotta be a savage using my hands to eat. Just get a little dipping sauce on that thing. Munch on. Sushi set. Well, that's a tongue twister.